David Newman, electrical instructor at ACC. I first met Judd when I got into the trade. I worked for a different outfit for about 3 years, and then I started with Chuck and got my ticket with Chuck and worked about 8 years for him. Chuck was a very, very fair employer. What I mean by that is that he always tried to put you in positions or situations that you would succeed at. Lots of times you end up with different journeymen and you learn from multiple guys, and Chuck was really good at making sure that guys got put in situations where they would succeed. Jamieson Judd has always kind of been one of the bigger companies in town, mostly commercial work, and that's what I loved. He was very fair, expected an honest day work out of you, but if you did an honest day work, he was more than happy to say good job, you know. And as tradespeople, we don't really need awards and we don't really need any of that kind of stuff. If somebody says good job at the end of the day, that's kind of the only thing that we really need, and I always appreciated that about him. I do the pre-employment course here, so that involves most students going out to do work practicums, and Chuck has always been a huge supporter of the work practicums. Usually takes 2 or 3 guys at a time, and really does a good job at developing young apprentices. I would say that out of everybody that I've worked with company-wise, he would be right up there with as probably the best. Always communicates well, lets me know what's going on. If there's situations that we need to fix, we do that. Chuck has been a great supporter of the apprenticeship program. Always makes sure that he has his guys trying to come to Brandon here, and does a really good job helping them out and making sure that we know what's going on as far as students out in the field.
My name is Dean Nealon, and I'm an electrical instructor at ACC for electrical students. So I took all my apprenticeship through ACC. It took me 5 years to complete the program. It was all through Chuck's company, Jamieson Judd. After I became a journeyman, worked for Judd for another 10 years, I think. Another 10 years. I think it was a total of 14 to 15 years with Jamieson Judd. Chuck's involvement in the community has been great over the years, I would say. I know he's always involved in CARM, supporting the community, and involvement with ACC. I see him kicking around here, helping students with their trade fairs and Young Women's Conference and things like that. I even saw him wearing his tools down the shop one time. Chuck's reputation built a great company around Brandon. It's no surprise that it was a quick sell when it did go up for sale. Still see all the vans rolling and all the employees going around town, so it's been great to see.
I'm Kevin Poirier, I'm the Dean of Trades. I've actually known Chuck for a number of years. Chuck's reputation precedes himself. He's got a fantastic reputation as far as the construction industry. As a young plumber, I had heard of Jamieson and Judd many years ago, and then in my roles at the college, Chuck has been an advocate for the college from day one. He'd usually be the first one to every meeting that we hosted. So we had a chance to read the criteria for the Distinguished Alumni Award. The first thing we had to do was make sure that Chuck was actually an alumni. I didn't know our records went back that far, honestly. I think it was still written on stone back there as our transcripts. But when we read the criteria, Chuck not only meets, but he exceeds everything that was is set out in the criteria. Chuck is the first one when we need a helping hand. Chuck's the first ones to meetings. Chuck provides feedback. He takes our students. He's engaged in every aspect of the program. I'm Kevin Poirier. I'm proud to recognize Chuck Judd as the Distinguished Alumni Award recipient.